Help, felony.
Get in the car.
Bro, help.
Stop. Get in there.
Bro, y'all hurting me.
Get in the car.
The man in the car was arrested by police. There's only one problem. It was a case of mistaken identity.
I got 4 kids, man. I got 4 kids at the house.
Now, police went up to a car, questioned an individual under the name of Sylvester Hayes that they stated had been speeding, and that's why they pulled him over. However, instead of checking his name in the police database, they simply heard the name and concluded it was someone else who had a warrant out for them. Had they checked, they would have known that his name was spelt differently and the person they had in custody was not who they were looking for.
Well, what's your information? That's it. That's all.
Damn, I'm finna go get something for my baby, something to eat.
Okay,
Like,
hey, if you're good, sir, you're good. Come on, step out with me. I'll explain it to you.
I didn't give you permission to do it.
I know. Step out. I'll explain everything.
No, sir. Tell me why.
I'll explain everything.
No, I didn't give you permission. I didn't give you permission to open the door or none of that.
Right now, you are being detained. Come on and step out.
Hey, yeah, that's right.
Come on and step out. Come on.
Come on, let me call my people. Come on.
Come on and step out, bro. Come on and step out. Come on and step out. You're gonna get tased. Come on and step out.
What's the matter?
Come on and step out, bro. Come on and step out.
Bro,
Come on and step
don't
out.
touch
Come on
me,
and
huh?
step out.
Bro.
Step
What
out.
are y'all? Man, hold on, bro.
Come on and step out.
Come on, man.
Come on and step out. Now, come on and
Hold on,
step
y'all
out.
pulling on me for what? Hold on. Y'all, I didn't give y'all permission. I didn't give y'all permission. Bro, that's my phone, bro. Hold on. Bro, hold on. I ain't about to do this. Bro, this is my gun. Bro, this is my, bro. My no. Bro, what the
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop.
You got some foot on my neck, bro. I got some foot on my neck, bro.
So the real question to answer in this diabolical episode is who was in the right? Who was in the right? And for that you have to go back to the start of what happened, which is that the police stated that Sylvester Hayes, the man inside the car, had committed a traffic infraction, and then based upon that they were able to stop him and then investigate him. Now, what they should have done is, as soon as he gave them his ID, they should have run the spelling of the ID to see that it was not the other Sylvester Hayes who actually had a warrant out for him. Because if they did that, they would have seen that the person that they had stopped was not actually guilty of any crime and should have simply been given a ticket if he had committed a crime or been let go. Now, the issue is that when the police stopped him in the first place, it's not actually clear if he did commit any traffic violation, which would be an additional issue in a lawsuit. That would be an additional issue because police simply can't stop you for no reason whatsoever. That's called an unreasonable search and seizure, which is in violation of the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. So there has to be a reason for them to stop you. If there was a traffic infraction, that would also not be enough for them to wrongfully arrest you. And whose fault is it that they put in the wrong name in their computer system? Of course, it is the police's fault. They were negligent. Now, if you look at the lawsuit which Sylvester Hayes filed after this greatly unpleasant incident, the lawsuit alleges several things. First of all, he alleges that there was excessive force used by the police. You can see in the video that is absolutely true. They did not have to restrain him as they did, use as much force as they did. The search and seizure was unreasonable as well, based on the lawsuit, which is also true. It's also true because they have not done their duty. They should have done enough investigation to know that the person they had with them was the wrong individual. Furthermore, the lawsuit also alleges that there was a false arrest, that he was arrested without due cause. I believe that is also true, because what occurred is that when this incident took place, during the incident, the police actually did a search on the correct spelling of his name. They found out that he was not the person, so they knew and they found out. But even though they did so, they still decided to arrest him for resisting arrest.
The squad car that Hayes said he overheard this exchange, with officers realizing the Sylvester Hayes in their custody was not the same man who had a warrant out for his arrest.
We have to say UCW.
Okay.
Resisting.
Resisting? Okay. Resisting because...
Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to put the resisting because you can't resist detention.
I just want justice for what they did to me.
Hayes was arrested and held in jail for several days. Though the charges against him were eventually dropped, Hayes has filed a lawsuit against the city and the officers involved.
The reason, in my view, that they did that is because they knew they made a mistake and they didn't want to own up to it. They didn't want to say they had simply done something wrong. So in order to shield them from liability, they now conjured up claims that they could not prove in court to arrest him. Why do I feel this way? Because if you look at the facts of the case, they actually dropped all of the charges. They dropped every single charge when this case was supposed to go to court. So what can you learn from this incident? Number one, it might make sense to record all of your interactions inside the car, get an in-car camera, etc. Number two, know your rights, because apart from giving the ID, you don't have to say anything to police. You don't have to interact with them. You don't have to answer their questions. Why? Because the Constitution says that you have the right to silence under the Fifth Amendment. You don't have to incriminate yourself. So those are the two main things which, if I was in Sylvester Hayes' situation, I would have done, which Sylvester Hayes did. One of them, which is to give his ID, but certainly you don't have to go back and forth with the police officer. And who is in the wrong in this situation? The police officers are definitely in the wrong, because their negligence in not checking the name caused what you saw on the video.